Hi Year Fives and welcome to our revision session for Thursday. And today we are going to be looking at something called related calculations. All that means is using a known fact. So using what you know already and applying it into another situation. So let's get ready to learn. For this session, you may need the times table grid, which is attached in the assignments. So you might need your times table grid to help you with remembering your times tables. So get that ready and you'll need a pencil and a piece of paper. Right, here is an array. So an array, if you remember, is dots that are arranged in a certain way. And you need to write a multiplication and a division equation to represent the array. So can you write a multiplication number sentence about that array? And can you write a division about this array? So think about how many rows there are and how many counters there are in each row. And can you write a multiplication about that and a division? Okay, so you could have got this. 3 times 3 equals 9. There are 3 rows going down, and in each row there are 3 dots. How would you write that as a division then? So remember, when you're doing a division, you're putting them into groups. So you've got 9 in total, and you're dividing it into 3. So the 9 have been divided into 3, and in each group then that would give you 3 counters. Let's look at the second question. Here are some cookies. So on each plate of cookies, I have got 4 cookies, and there are a total number of 3 plates. Can you write me 2 multiplication and 2 division equations to represent the cookies? So think about how many groups you have. So you've got 3 groups, haven't you? You've got 3 plates, and you've got 4 cookies on each plate. How would that help you to write a multiplication and a division? So you could write there are 3 plates, and on each plate there are 4 cookies. So I've got a total of 12 cookies. Or you could write there are 4 cookies on 3 plates, and in total that gives me 12 cookies. It's the same, isn't it? It's just a different way of thinking about it. Or you could write, if I if I share these 12 cookies onto 3 plates, then on each plate I would have 4 cookies. Or you could say, if I divide these cookies into groups of 4, then I would need 3 plates. Use 6 times 8 equals 48 to complete the equations below. So if I know that 6 multiplied by 8 equals 48, what is 8 multiplied by 6? That's right, it's 48. It's the same, isn't it? Like what we've just done with the cookies. Okay, can we do the division then? 48 divided by something will equal what, do you think? Can you use that number fact, 6 multiplied by 8, to help you? That's right, so you could have got 48 divided by 8 equals 6. Or you could have had 48 divided by 6 equals 8. That's right. Okay, so let's go on to our learning for today. So complete the multiplications. Again, I've got 2 groups, and in each group I've got 4 ones. So I can write that as 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 8 ones. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Right, I can use that knowledge now if I'm talking about tens. As you can see, I have got 4 tens, and I've shared those into 2 groups. So I have got 2 lots of 4 tens, which is equal to 8 tens. So I could write that as 2 multiplied by 40, because 4 tens is the same as 40. 2 multiplied by 40 then would be 80. Can you see that 2 multiplied by 4 equals 8? So then 2 multiplied by 40 equals 80. Can you see? That is called a related fact. I have used my knowledge of 2 multiplied by 4 equals 8, and I've applied that to tens because I know that if 2 multiplied by 4 tens is 8, then 2 multiplied by 40 must be 80. Let's have a look at this one here. So you can see that if I use my 4 times tables, I can count up in 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups of 4 there, haven't I? And I know that 7 times 4 gives me a total of 28. So I've got 28 ones in total. So then how many tens do you think I would have in total? If I've got 27 groups of 4 is 28, what would 7 groups of tens be? Well, it would be 280. So 40 multiplied by 7 would be 280 because 4 multiplied by 7 is 28. Okay, let's have a look now. We have going up in groups of 3. So we're counting on in threes, and I've got 7 lots of 3 there, which gives me a total of 21. There are 21 cubes there, 21 ones, and they've been divided into groups of 3. And you see I've got 7 groups of 3. So let's do that for the tens. Here I've got groups of tens, and I've got 30 in each group, haven't I? So if I know that 7 times 3 is 21, what do you think 7 times 30 is going to be? That's right, it's going to be 210. So 4 times 30 would be 120 because 4 times 3 is 12. 30 multiplied by 7 then is 210. Right, let's have a think here. So how many ones have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of ones, and in each group I have got 3 ones. So that's the same as 8 multiplied by 3 ones, which is equal to 24 ones. 8 times 3 equals 24. Let's look at the tens then. And let's look at it this way. So I've got 3 rows of ones, and in each row there are 8. So 3 multiplied by 8 ones equals 24 ones. Let's now look at the tens. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of tens, and in each row I have got 8 tens. So 8 multiplied by 3 is equal to 24 tens. So 8 multiplied by 30 is equal to 240. Can you see the relationship? 8 multiplied by 3 equals 24. So I know that 8 multiplied by 30 must be equal to 240. And again, if I know that 3 times 8 equals 24, I know that 3 multiplied by 80 is equal to 240. Right, your turn. Have a go at doing questions 1 to 4 on the worksheet. Pause the video now. Let's have a look at these divisions. So remember, when we're doing divisions, we're putting them into groups, aren't we? We're putting the total into groups. Here, I've got my total of 12, and I need to divide that into 2 equal groups. So I've done that there. And in each group, how many ones do you have? That's right, you've got a total of 6. There are 6 ones in each group. Let's have a look now. If I've got 120 divided by 2 and I share my total of 120 into 2 equal groups, how many tens have you got in each group? That's right, you've got 6 tens, which gives you a total of 60. Let's look here. So I've got my ones, and I'm going to share that in half. I'm going to put that into half. So I've got a total of 16, and I put them into 2 equal groups, which gives me 8. In each of my groups, I'm going to have 8 ones. If I half that again, I'm going to have 4, aren't I? So if I do 16 divided by 4, can you see the 4 groups? In each group, there are going to be 4 ones. So if I've got 160 then, how many would I have in each group? Well, 160 shared equal into two groups would be the same as 80 because 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So 160 divided by 2 equals 80. If I divide it again by 4, what do you think 160 divided by 4 is going to be? That's right, it's 40 because 16 divided by 4 is 4. So 160 divided by 4 is 40. Right, let's see about this one here. So we're looking at true or false. What do we think about this one? 3 multiplied by 50 equals 150. So in each of those groups, there are 50 tens, and I've got 3 lots of those, haven't I? Do you think I've got 150? So I'm going to swap those two because 50 and 50 makes 100. I'm going to put that in with 100 there. So now I've got 150. So is that calculation correct? Yes, it is. It needs to go into the true section. Right, what about this then? 30 multiplied by 5. Right, so I've got my 30, I've got my 3 tens, and I'm going to have 5 groups of those. So you can see I can swap that there to make 100. And now I've got 150. So that is going to be correct, isn't it? So 3 multiplied by 50 equals 150, and 30 multiplied by 5 equals 150. What about this then? 30 multiplied by 50 equals 150. Well, no, that can't be true because 3 multiplied by 50 is 150 and 30 multiplied by 5 is 150. If I had 30 multiplied by 50, that would make a larger number, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at this last challenge. So for this game, the girls have to throw a counter and see where it lands. So that's landed on 6 here, and that's landed on 30. They then need to multiply the digits to get their totals. So this girl here has thrown 30 and 6, so she's going to multiply that. So what was Annie's score? She multiplies 30 by 6. If you know that 6 times 3 is 18, what's 30 by 6 going to be? So 6 times 3 is 18, so 6 times 30 is going to be 180. So Annie's got 180. Let's see if she can get the same. So she's landed on 60. What will she need to throw in order to get the same score? 60 multiplied by what to get to 180? That's right, she would have to land on the 3 because we know that 60 multiplied by 3 would be equal to 180. Right, so have a go at the rest of the questions on the worksheet and I look forward to seeing how you get on. Don't forget you can use the multiplication grid to help you with your times tables.